The key is don't predict the markets. If you see price coming into a level where it could go against you, follow your plan and look to take the other side. And don't let a winning trade go from running in a 3% profit to either break even or hitting your stop loss, because that's poor trade management. Trade management is very, very key to your success. And you have to have a trade management plan as well as an entry plan. It's very, very important. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. So today we're bringing you a well overdue FX trade breakdown of a trade that we took last month. So we took a fantastic position on AUD yen, ran into around 3.5%, not the hugest risk to reward. However, what I want to share with you guys is the importance of knowing when to secure your profits and knowing when to go break even. Trade management is absolutely key. If you're just taking positions and you're not understanding potential barriers of where price could go against you, and you end up getting stopped out on a position that was running massively in profit, then this is something that you need to fix. And hopefully in this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to manage your trades a lot better and understand how my trade management on this trade was absolutely perfect. So the first trade that I took ran into around 3.6%. That was the one I shared with the community, but I actually had an earlier entry which ran into over a 1 to 10 to 1 to 13. But I'm not claiming that towards the community because I didn't share the entries and stop losses prior, because it was in my time zone, which was around 4 a.m. London time. So if no one in my community is up at 4 a.m., it's not really fair if I send a signal at that time. So regardless, I want to show you guys the entire process of why I took the trade, why I put my stop loss where I did, why it's where I did, and why I had my targets to absolute perfection, and share with you guys how I shared the entire thing with the community, and we ended up having fantastic positions. So let's jump straight on the charts. So here we have it, and show you guys the reasons for entry. So reasons for entry, as you guys know, I do not trade double tops and I do not trade double bottoms. I wait for the stop punts and the retail traps before getting in, and that's exactly what this play was here. It was a very, very simple trade. We had a double top sitting up here on AUD yen. We got highs 23rd of October, and then we have a double top from the 26th of October. And then when we were getting into trade, which was the 1st of November, we were coming up and we were rejecting this high here. And now what I think happens is people see this level of resistance, and what retails do is the retails go short here early. They see this initial reaction, this strong hourly pushback down. They think they've got an absolute banger of a position. But for me and everyone in the community, I said, do not take shorts just yet. We need to wait for them stop hunts and wait for them retail traps before we look to get in. So that's exactly what we did. We spiked up, we took out the double bottom, and then we saw a lovely, lovely reaction on the lower time frames. And I was watching this. I was just fortunate enough that I was on the charts at 4 a.m. London time here. Although I'm here in Australia, I'm still trading London and US times. But if I'm sometimes at home and I have the laptop next to me and I see a position, I'm going to take it. Show you guys my original entry. And I posted the MT4 screenshots on my Instagram channel. So if you guys want to go on that, go on my Instagram and look at my highlight reels for FX. So I had an absolutely fantastic entry. My entry was actually 95.4 to the dot, and my stop loss was simply above the liquidity grab. Once we've got the retail trap, once I see price breaking down the lower time frames, at any retracement, I'm going long, and I put my stop loss above the liquidity grab to give me the best risk to reward, because if we break this high again, then that invalidates the liquidity grab, and I don't want to be in the trade anyway. So putting my stop loss above there is a fantastic place for me to say, look, shorts aren't working. I want to get out there, because if we break even higher, I don't want to sit and draw down. And then got a fantastic, fantastic entry. So sniped it to the absolute T. What I also saw on the lower time frames was price was coming back up to retest these levels here. Left a lovely, nice wick, and I was seeing if we can come up, spike out the highs again. Lower time frame, we got this 1, 2, third drive into the highs. I took the short, put my stops above, and after we broke down, I was break even very, very quick on this trade, because it was a risky position, risky in the sense that we hadn't really broken true market structure yet. So whenever I'm in a position that isn't the most confirmed, even though I think the liquidity grab is going to happen and we're going to break down, we're not here to predict. Well, our job as traders is to react to the market. So if I can get risk off the table as soon as possible, then I'm going to do that. So as soon as we broke down there, price pushed down very, very well. And on this position price, I think I secured most of my profits around these lows here, which was like a 10% trade, which is just incredible. And elements, again, very, very simple, but I want to share with you guys the entry that I shared in the live signals channel. So here we go right here. So after price had broken down, I took a break off the charts. I went out about my day, and then that's when I came back on the charts around 7, 8 a.m. London time with the community. And this is when we started to look to get back into this trade and share the trade with them. So this is what we had. I entered around here. So what I was noticing was price had finally had that confirmation of the liquidity grab, where we had actually had the liquidity grab, and now we've started to break market structure. So this is confirming that the move is ready to have a potential change of trend and have a deep pullback before then potentially going higher. So all we did is we wait until price broke down. There's actually a lovely re-entry here, but unfortunately wasn't on the chart, so we would probably trade in the NASDAQ, and I actually missed that. But that again, that entry would have been absolutely fantastic. Stops above the highs, or depending on lower time frame, maybe we would be able to get away with the stop above here. But I wasn't watching it. I didn't think to myself, oh no, I've missed the move. I'm not going to trade it. I'm just going to let it run and miss it. I'm still going to enter and I'm still going to get a nice risk to reward. So we entered off the break and retest off this level here, and our stops on lower time frame were there. My average risk to reward on trades is around a 1 to 5 to a 1 to 6. The minimum I'll go for to make it worth my time is a 1 to 3. If I can't get anything less than a 1 to 3, then it's not really worth my time. But my favorites are the ones that run into the 1 to 5 to the 1 to 10s. So this is the trade that we had. And after we entered, price ran beautifully in our favor. And we had 0 to literally no drawdown, which is absolutely fantastic. I don't like sitting in drawdown, as you guys know. So being able to snipe the entry and it goes straight into profit is beautiful. Now continue to break down, look, breaking all lows, pulling back, breaking down, pulling back, and just pushing down very well. Now, this is the part where you have to be very much on the ball when you're in your trades, and you have to understand potential barriers of where price could go against you. So you either secure some profits, you take risk off the table, or you just secure the full position. What we can see here on the, let's go on to the 4 hourly because I think it was nicer. These shorts, okay, AUD yen is in a big range, okay? Now, my overall downside targets were for this to come down and create a whole new lower low all the way down here. But we don't have to come down and create a new lower low. I don't really care if we're going to come down and create a new lower low or not. I'm basically trading what I'm seeing right now. And what I'm seeing right now is price is coming into a massive level of support. Look here, support, broken, resistance. This is a huge level where we're going to see some sort of reaction. Regardless of if we're going to break, retest, and go lower, we're going to have a reaction from this level. And anyone who's shorting is going to be taking profits from here. So if I'm in really nice profits, pushing down, I'm over 3% and over 10% in the first position, I'm going to secure some profits, if not secure the full position. Now, the reason being is we could easily, from this level, pull back up, take some more highs, maybe take this high over here before then going even lower. So you have to be able to understand that. And I see a lot of traders in the beginning is they catch fantastic entries and then price ends up going against them. The only reason that happens is because you're not understanding levels like this and you're not seeing the markets from that neutral perspective. And that's what I'm very disciplined in, is I'm not married to my trades. I'm not married to my bias. If I see price coming to a level where price could reverse and potentially go against me, I'm either going to secure my profits, I'm going to look to hedge and take positions against the other side. So I'm going to cover my drawdown and bank even more profits in case we go back up. But the key is don't predict the markets. If you see price coming to a level where it could go against you, follow your plan and look to take the other side. And don't let a winning trade go from running in 3% profit to either break even or hitting your stop loss, because that's poor trade management. Trade management is very key to your success. And you have to have a trade management plan as well as an entry plan. It's very important. That's what we did, is we secured majority, I believe it was maybe around here, ran to like 3.6%. I secured this position off here because this was a very first level of resistance, and that was a 10% banger of a position. And if we just fast forward, I'll fast forward on too quick, but then look at what happened. We continued the range. Look, price was in nothing but a range, like I mentioned. So we continued the range. And if I hadn't secured my profits and understood this potential barrier, I would have just got taken at break even, which would have been incredibly frustrating to get taken at break even whilst price had run like 13% in profit. So very good trade management there. If you guys don't have a trade management plan, I advise you to build one and study your previous trades and understand where price may have come into a barrier and gone against you, but you weren't able to notice it, maybe just because you were thinking about your shorts too much. Which, don't get me wrong, it's totally fine in the beginning to have a short bias and to not be able to understand the other side, but it's a skill that you have to learn to develop. And it's mainly one that comes from the psychological part of trading. Build a good entry plan, a good stop loss plan, and a good trade management plan. Do not neglect a trade management plan. A lot of people, if you ask to see their trade management plan, they don't even have one, or they don't even know what it is. So you've got to build one. It's very important. That's pretty much it for this position. I hope you guys enjoyed this FX trade breakdown. For anyone asking, do I still trade FX? Yes, I still trade FX, but that's more for my swinging position. So this was on a 4-hour time frame. So I held this for 3 days, which is good. Whereas my NASDAQ positions are more holding for 30 minutes to an hour. So two very different styles of trading. Again, once you master the art of trading, you can trade whichever way and whichever time frame that suits your life and suits your personality. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Remember, like, subscribe, smash all them good buttons, and I'll see you in next month's trade breakdown, where we'll do this all over again, share some absolute wisdom. But I hope you guys have a fantastic trading week next week. Make that bank. Peace.